This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
Welcome to Daily Blast Live. It's Friday, May the 28th. I'm Steph. Jeff is off, the lucky bugger. And I'm here with Brandon and Tori.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us, pretty girl in pink.
Thanks. I'm so glad Jeff's not here.
What? You know what? You call Jeff the lucky booger because he's off. I'm the lucky booger because I'm up here with you two.
Oh,
hey.
look at him. He's schmoozing us.
He's trying to schmooze and we're not falling for it.
Don't fall for it,
Never,
Tori.
never.
All right, let's get started. So Jennifer Lopez, she's getting some attention from another one of her exes. J-Lo's old flame P. Diddy posted this photo on Instagram of them holding hands back when he was known as Puff Daddy. So he simply captioned it with the hashtag TBT, which means Throwback Thursday. And I mean, who can forget their time as a couple? Iconic, especially after J-Lo walked the red carpet in this dress at the 2000 Grammy Awards. one of the best looks of all time. They dated for 2 years and then they split up in 2001. And in past interviews, J-Lo said that at the time she was crying and going nuts with P. Diddy and that it was a rocky relationship that ended in a bang. So what do we think? Is he pining for her? Does he want her back? What do you think? Like, why is he doing this?
I'm here for this. I'm here for this. Because
Why?
this relationship raised me.
I know. I know what you mean.
When we used to sit back and I used to watch P. Diddy with J-Lo, they both were on top of their games at the time, walking hand in hand with her. She's got the dress.
Yeah.
That was what success was to me growing up. So if you have to go back and show her you are not the same Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or Sean Love, Sean Combs, I haven't many names you done gone through, just to show that you're not that same dude, shoot your shot, because that's Jenny from the block.
Desperate.
Are you serious?
Yes,
No.
I am.
If Ben Affleck can go back and they can rent out an $18 million mansion together, how come P. Diddy can't get back in there? They didn't make a terrible movie called G League together.
Because he was the worst boyfriend of all time.
That was back in the day. Come on, Tori.
Well, okay. Let me look. First of all, I love the seriously. Okay, I have to agree with Brandon on one thing. That couple was such a power couple. They were both such entrepreneurs. They were both fashion forward.
Yeah.
They were both great on the red carpet. And I really miss that couple. However, I think Diddy was just being funny. I don't think he actually wants her back. I think it was just trying to get some attention.
I think it definitely, well, we're all talking about him, so maybe he's going to release a single or do something.
Yeah, right. It might be publicity.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't know. I still think they're friends, and I think they made such a cool couple. I still think Bennifer's cool. I'm happy about Bennifer.
I prefer Bennifer because he hopefully will treat her with more respect than P. Diddy did.
Diddy, I'm not sure.
up for that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. You're
She's
over
definitely
it.
the one that got away. She's gone on to great heights, and he's kind of just
Stephanie,
off into the
I would
background.
never want to be your girlfriend out for a brunch, because that advice, hopefully he's going to treat you right. Girl, get you a man that's hopefully going to treat you right. No.
Yeah.
Get a man that's going to treat her right.
Yeah.
P. Diddy.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bye, P. Diddy.
Okay.
So, talking of other music, iHeartRadio Music Awards were held last night in front of a live audience, proving that things are slowly returning to normal. Fresh off his big win at the Billboard Music Awards, The Weeknd picked up 3 trophies, including one for Song of the Year for his hit Blinding Lights. Her also picked up some hardware for R&B Artist of the Year and paid tribute to Sir Elton John, who received the Icon Award. And then there's Demi Lovato, also honored Elton, singing his hit song I'm Still Standing during his speech. Elton said he's on a mission to support new artists. So let's take a look.
When you sit there and you hear yourself and you're so excited, and it's, for me, what this award means is that I still covet new artists. That's what my life's about now. And when I do my shows, I try and promote young artists.
What do you reckon then? Are we over the music award shows? Are we happy that people are all celebrating together? What do you think?
No, I'm glad it's back, because if you think about it, the Indy, if you're a NASCAR fan, the Indy 500 is going to be packed, 135 people, at the 135,000 people. If you look at basketball, the Knicks games, the playoffs games, they're back. So when you see this, when it comes to sports and you see sports kind of rolling it out, showing people, hey, this is how the new norm's going to be, you love to see it in entertainment as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm actually really happy. I have terrible taste in music, so I don't follow.
No.
No, really.
She bangs Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's like Katy Perry. It's really bad.
Yeah.
But I will say this, Elton John, if you didn't know or watch the documentary, I highly recommend it. He's got an encyclopedic mind about artists and records, and they would open Tower Records early in the morning, and he would go and buy hordes of records every day. So he's got cases and cases. So if anyone, I think, should be an American Idol person to mentor, put on Elton John.
Oh, he would be great.
Wouldn't he be good if he wants to mentor young
I'm not
kids?
going to lie. I just watch because I love seeing like the celeb gossip of what everyone's wearing.
Right.
Brandon and I were talking about Megan Fox, the hottest couple right now. Megan Fox.
I can't get enough of them.
And Machine Gun Kelly.
I'm getting tired.
But we don't see it, but like he had
nails.
You can kind of see his thumb, but literally, I mean, I think they're a really hot, kind of quirky couple.
I agree. They're the new Angelina, aren't they?
We're literally this long, people. It was a bit scary.
It was a little fluid Harry Styles, wasn't it, with him with the long colored
but I feel like
nails.
Harry Styles keeps it classy.
Oh.
So are they the new? Are they the new Tommy and Pamela?
No, to me they're the new Angelina. What's his name? Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Because they wear like blood and he had like a black tongue and they like make out a lot. So to me that's more up their alley.
We saw Usher as well. He did a little 2005 melody.
Really?
Trying to revive himself.
Yeah, trying.
I mean, these are I always have a lot more fun watching these type of award shows than the Oscars and the Grammys, where everything's so prestigious.
You like the performances?
Yeah, because people go, their style's a little different, a little off. You know, they don't really go up there and speak politics, that sort of thing. But I think one big shout out was Elton John saying that Lil Nas X has some balls, some cojones for coming out with the imagery and the music video that he did. And like you said, that speaks a lot for Elton John to go ahead and say that to that.
It's another gay musician coming up, and he's doing a really, really great job.
All right, this Memorial Day weekend, we could see the return of big blockbusters taking over the box office. There are not one, but two big movie releases this weekend.
Finally.
John Krasinski and Emily Blunt's long-awaited thriller, A Quiet Place 2, will be opening today. The sequel was supposed to open last year, but it was delayed due to the pandemic. And Emma Stone's Cruella will also battle it out at the theaters. The Disney movie tells the original story of the 101 Dalmatians villainess Cruella de Vil. Are you ready to go back to the movies? I can't wait.
Yeah, you're a movie girl. I forgot about this.
Oh, I adore it.
You like going to the theater.
I want to be in the theater. I don't care if I'm the only person there.
You just like
I just like the big screen. I like the surround sound. I mean, you can do it at home, but it's not the same.
See, I don't like going to the movies only because it costs $100,000 to go.
And a penny.
It is expensive.
And a penny, yeah.
However, I am even excited to go back. Now, I'm not sure I feel 100% comfortable just yet, but I really want to see A Quiet Place 2. I know John Krasinski directed his wife in it.
Yeah.
I love the first one. You're falling asleep. It was so good.
Okay.
All right, are you excited to go to the movies?
IMAX. I'm ready to go back to the IMAX. I'm ready to go back to like the 3D movie theaters.
Oh, I see. I'm not
because now I can watch it on Netflix. You know, I got a nice little surround sound, nice little stereo system at the house. You know, it feels like you're there. So I want something where you can put on the headset and, you know, things are kind of like flying out in front of your eyes.
I threw up at Avatar with that.
Did you really?
I sure did.
Yeah.
Just a lot of in my face, a lot of nausea, a lot of space aliens. I wasn't pleased. I don't love 3D movies.
Well, I really want to go. I'm dying to see Emma Stone as Cruella. We've started seeing people rocking that hairstyle. I do not know why. What are you thinking?
Yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do you think she will be better than Glenn Close's Cruella de Vil?
I think she's going to be outstanding.
Wow. Okay.
I'm ready.
My expectations are low, so we'll see.
Wow.
My expectations are sky high.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, coming up on DBL, we're talking to comedy legend Louis Anderson. How does he really feel about being the, quote, token white guy in Coming to America? And are you green with envy? Wait till you hear the celeb responsible for this green trend. It's all over the place. It's next in Fashion Fix Friday.
Closed captioning provided by
Across the country, colleges and universities have announced COVID-19 mandates for returning students. So let's verify, is this legal? We took that question to 3 law experts, Carmel Shachar, Joy Blanchard, and David Bloomfield. They tell us that schools across the country have long been requiring vaccinations. And there's a legal precedent from over a century ago. A man was fined in Cambridge, Massachusetts for refusing to get a smallpox shot during the epidemic. He argued that mandatory vaccinations infringed on his liberty, violating the 14th Amendment.
And the Supreme Court said even though a person may protest for personal reasons in the interest of public health and safety, it could be mandated. And so that's why we see today so many schools and universities mandating things like measles, mumps, rubella, polio vaccines. It's because it is for the common good.
But there are some exceptions here. Our experts say that federal laws like the ADA require that schools make reasonable accommodations for those with medical conditions. There's also some argument for religious exemptions, but that's going to depend on the state and how courts apply existing statutes.
Some colleges and universities may say, all right, if you don't want the vaccine, we have a reasonable accommodation, which is you will continue to be on Zoom every day.
Another wrinkle here would be if local leaders oppose a vaccine mandate, particularly in public colleges.
Places such as Arkansas, Texas, and Florida, there the law is a little bit evolving, especially because most of these universities and colleges do take some sort of state money.
So we can verify that in general, colleges and universities can legally mandate vaccines. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Welcome back to DBL. I'm Stephanie Jones with your weekly round of fashion news like the summer's hottest style trends and why Gaga's boots are not made for walking. Let's get started. It's Fashion Fix Friday. Kicking us off, Kourtney Kardashian's new obsession for the colour green. Get ready to see this opulent hue pop up in wardrobes and stores everywhere thanks to Kourtney's seal of approval. She's been spotted in everything emerald, from tiny bikinis to trench coats to formal dresses, and even the kids have gone green. The 2 million likes and counting on her Instagram mean that people seem to agree. A convincing argument has been made to go green this summer. Now, a warning. This next clothing trend is not for the faint of heart. Colourful denim jeans. Yep, vibrant shades of denim are stepping into the spotlight this summer, and we know this because some of fashion's biggest go-to brands are trotting out new lines of colourful denim for the warmer weather. Plus, this recent rainbow obsession has received celebrity endorsement. Let us know, are you ready to taste the rainbow, or does this news have you singing the blue jean blues? And the last trend to keep your eye out for this summer is knitwear, because it's not going anywhere. Knitted tops and dresses continue to be a favourite among supermodels and fashion-loving celebs who can't get enough of the cosy, cute clothing. And before we go, we have to talk about Lady Gaga's Skyscraper shoes that she wore last weekend. Now, should I be surprised by what Gaga wears ever since she gave us the iconic meat dress back in 2010? Probably not. But we can marvel at the strength of her ankles in these sky-high platforms. The pop star chose to dare these shoes to celebrate Born This Way Day in West Hollywood, named after her hit album. Now, I've heard that boots are made for walking, but I think I'll pass walking a mile in those shoes. That's it for Fashion Fix Friday. Daily Blast Live will be back after this.
A lot of teachers are worried that this year's summer slide could turn into a secondary pandemic plummet. Let's connect the dots. In an average summer, students can forget up to a quarter of what they learned in the school year. That's an even bigger concern right now. After a year of online and remote learning, teachers in North Carolina estimate 75% of this year's third graders aren't reading at a third grade level. That means any backslide could put kids more than a year behind. It's part of what prompted the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction to require schools to offer in-person summer programs. Education experts say even just a month's worth of in-person summer school can raise testing scores in reading and math as they head into a new school year. And that's connecting the dots.
Welcome back to DBL. Louis Anderson's stand-up comedy career has spanned decades, and he's made appearances in some of Hollywood's most iconic and legendary comedies. Well, earlier, he joined us to speak and look back at some of his most memorable moments in today's Chatting with the Stars.
Hello. Hi. You know, I started on cleanup just like you guys. But now, see, I'm washing lettuce. Soon I'll be on fries, then the grill. A year or two, I make assistant manager. And that's where the big bucks start rolling in.
Yes, that was comedian Louis Anderson in his iconic role as Maurice in Coming to America. And you didn't find out until much later that you were actually cast as the, quote, token white guy in the 1988 film because the studio demanded it. And you didn't even have to audition. Did you end up having total creative control over your character, or was Maurice more of an Eddie Murphy creation? Give us all the deets.
It was a combination of who I was, and then he created the character, of course. But I never have known for 33 years that I was the token white guy. I had no idea.
What did that make you feel like?
That was never talked or. I felt great. To be honest with you, I liked being the only white guy on there. You know, I didn't really think about it. We had so much fun. It was my first big part in anything. And everybody treated me so great, and I just love Eddie. He's one of the greatest actors.
My parents think you're the greatest. They love you, and they loved you for years. But you think Eddie Murphy's the greatest. Why do you think that? And have you seen anything quirky that Eddie does to get into character?
He just pops in. He is there. I mean, it's crazy. But the reason I think that is because look how many movies Eddie's done. Look how much flack he's taken here and there. He's done movies all for a personal interest, whether it was for his kids or he wanted to get outside the box. Bowfinger. Did you see Mr. Church? That was a dramatic role that really Eddie should have got an Oscar nod for that. And no matter what, he sticks with it.
Well, Louis, this is Al Jackson here. And before I get to my question, I just want to say, really, how you doing? I wanted to thank you very quickly. You put me on your Showtime special. It was my first cable syndicated stand-up, so I appreciate you for that. I never got a chance to thank you.
That's so great. I remember that special. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a good.
And you couldn't have got on it unless you were a great Al. So
he is. He's fantastic.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. With that said, it's time to give you some props because I wanted to commend you personally on your weight loss. I know you've been really trying really hard to kick the sugar habit, which is super hard, and drop some pounds. How have you been able to look at you? Look at you.
Drop some pounds.
You're disappearing over there. How'd you do it through the pandemic?
I turned off my Uber Eats. I tell you what I did is I did intermittent fasting. You know, 1 minute I would be eating, another minute I wouldn't. All kidding aside, I took it very serious. I got a trainer. I worked out. I swam. You know, this has been a lifelong struggle for me. I'm no longer compulsively eating like I was, and that was the big thing for me.
We're so happy that you're talking about it because you definitely are reaching so many people, so many viewers right now that are also struggling with food addiction. So thank you. And speaking of changing bodies, as Christine Baskets, you played a woman who was based off of your own mother. Let's take a quick peek at what that looks like.
Oh, they're beautiful. I know. Danielle is going to want to see these.
This is Bucky Boy, that's Lady, and that's Bucky Girl.
Oh, well, can we change one to Esther for me, Ma?
Okay, so Louis, I got to ask, what's your favorite thing about playing a woman?
I didn't realize how comfortable the clothes were. The clothes are so much more comfortable. Man, you know, I'm tired of being lowered into my pants. And I love the idea of wearing those outfits and really feeling alive and happy. And, you know, I channeled my mom because I think she would have been so happy to play a part like that. And so I did an homage to her. I had so much fun. I really, you know, I felt like I was a woman. I didn't feel like I was a man playing a woman.
Very cool. DBL Nation, for more of Louis Anderson, do not miss his newest and hilarious stand-up special, Live with Louis, in Las Vegas on June 12th.
Yes.
Louis, thank you so much for chatting with us, for always being candid. We appreciate you. We'll be right back.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. I love you guys. I just want to tell you, you're all doing just a great job.
Oh, wow.
Honest to God. Just the greatest.
Thank you.
That means a
It's
lot.
very
man.
hard to do what you guys are doing.
All right, come back and see
That
us,
just
man.
made my year. Thank you, Louie.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by...
Mosquito season is here. That means mosquito bites are back. Willie Anderson sent this question to the Verify team.
If a mosquito bites a person that has COVID-19, will that mosquito be able to pass COVID-19 to a person that does not have COVID-19?
With Verify, we want to make sure you know who our sources are first. We spoke with Dr. Mo Rezai. She is an internal medicine physician for Fort Worth Primary Care. We also talked to Dr. Michael Levy, an epidemiologist at the University of Pennsylvania's School of Medicine. COVID-19 is a respiratory virus, meaning it's passed through the air. A mosquito is an insect. It doesn't have lungs, but it breathes through its exoskeleton, so it can't spread a virus through the air.
The mechanism of the COVID transmission, which is airborne or droplets, so it kind of doesn't go along with how it actually transmits and propagates.
When a mosquito does pass a virus to a human, it comes from a bite or the insect's salivary glands. But COVID-19 can't replicate inside the mosquito.
There'd be no way for the virus to get from a mosquito's gut if a mosquito did somehow pick it up back into another person.
Not only that, but experts tell us since a mosquito can survive long enough on the blood from a single bite, it is very unlikely for it to immediately bite someone else. So we can verify. Mosquitoes cannot spread COVID-19 if they bite a person who is already infected.
Welcome back to DBL. Older adults who have been quarantined this past year may be noticing a big difference in their overall physical ability. So here are a few tips to help you get back out there in DBL's Focus on Fitness presented by QB. First, it might sound obvious, but reconnect with your doctor and schedule a checkup to see where you need to focus on building strength. Another thing to remember is to start slow and be realistic about your abilities post-pandemic. Lastly, re-establish a routine. Having structure to the day with exercise will get you back to feeling like yourself. Staying active is so important, and QB has made it easy regardless of physical ability or age. Try their under-desk elliptical at home. Call 1-800-782-2351 or visit QB.com to learn more.
The part where you said start slow, I hope my grandfather is listening to that part, because I'm going to get home this weekend. He's 85 plus years old. He's going to be on a ladder cleaning out gutters.
Oh my gosh, no.
He does that every time. I'm like, Papa, get down.
Papa, get down.
Papa, get down.
Papa, can you hear me?
What are you doing this weekend, Tor? Your long weekend?
Well,
Brendan's going to see his fam?
My dog had surgery, so we're going to keep it chill, and we're going to go for a little road trip and just relax a little bit. But I also will say, always be kind to yourself when you're starting off again in an exercise.
Oh, absolutely.
Show yourself some self-compassion, because sometimes I'm like, you're not the best, Tori. How could you? And it doesn't go well from there.
Okay. Well,
it's not longevity. You know, there's no longevity.
Well, guys, we will see you all on Monday. I might be looking a little bit weird because I'm having my face done.
Oh,
I'm having a medical facial, so I might be a bit poofy with Dr. Jackson Mora. I'm very excited. Watch it on Instagram.
Okay.
Anyway, DBL is new every day. We'll be back Monday, same time, same place.
New
with
face.
a new face.
Look at that.
Who am I? I don't even know.
Thank you.